guys. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. It's rough out there. Bow, 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 bow. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Hello, everybody. I was gonna stream earlier, but I accidentally, like, mega killed my iPad last night. I used to read chat. Because I was on it drawing, like, all night. And then I never charged it, so I had to wait for it to charge before I could stream. But we're here, hello, we're back. Turnabout revolution. Turnabout revolution. Can't wait to go to war in my lawyer game. I forgot, we have Mr. Politician to talk to. Hey boy. Alright. Let's talk. Let's have a chat, Paul. I don't remember his voice. Is this what you ride around in when you're campaigning? That's right. It's perfect for the narrow roads and steep hills here in this village. It has a top speed of 5 miles per hour, but it suffers from serious reliability issues. Namely, these imbeciles tire out too quickly. We'll try harder next time, sir. Poor guys. They're exhausted and covered in sweat. The Attician family has been in politics for generations, even back in the old country. Really? My grandfather, Abe Attician, was a prominent member of Congress. My grandfather, Abraham Lincoln, and he was born right here in Crane. There isn't a person here who hasn't heard of him. All I asked about was his palanquin. He must have heard of the Atticians. I'm even reviving our old country campaigning style. Oh, politics aren't really my thing. Trucy? You think politics are her thing? I don't recall ever reading about them at school. But young people today. How old are you, Paul? Okay, Paul. You're 25. He's looking to represent Korean Village. His remarkable self-confidence is blinding. Damn. Aw, a detective. It looks like she finally became the forensic investigator she always wanted to be. Aw. A member of the Defiant Dragons, a Dirk's right-hand man. He's always been one to laugh at just about anything. For young people today, you people really need to pay more attention to politics. Okay. So, what business did you people have at Dr. Buff's house? He was going to transfer ownership of the Founder's Orb to us. It's a sacred relic from the Kingdom of Korayan. The Founder's Orb? So, you tried to get your hands on it, did you? Wait, what do you know about the orb? I know it's mine, that's what. How do you figure that? Because I know it's not the Founder's Orb. Its real name is the Crystal of Ami Faye. Oh my god, Ami Faye mention! Ami Faye mention! The Crystal of Ami Faye? That's right. It's been passed down for generations in the Attition family. So, the Founder's Orb of Khurayan is called the Crystal of Ami Faye. And yet, everyone in Khurayan, was, not kind to Maya Faye. But if it's Ami's face, then it doesn't belong to you. You don't look like a Fae. Until it was stolen, that is. But just when I had zeroed in on the culprit, the doctor hid it away and then kicked the bucket. Okay, so what you're saying is, you have a motive for murder. So you're saying Dr. Buff stole your family heirloom? That's not what Dirk said. Strange. But I've been told the doctor himself said that he had the Founder's Orb. It's all that weird foreigner's doing. He filled the doctor's head with nonsense. Nonsense like the Crystal of Ami Faye being the Founder's Orb. Weird foreigner? Could he mean... Is this the foreigner you're talking about? That's? I'm assuming?
Take that!
Yes, that's him. I thought so. Now we really have to find Dats. Do you know where this man is now? I imagine he's at the detention center by now. I called the authorities after I found him hiding in my dog's doghouse. What? Pearl beat him up. I want Pearl to roll up her sleeve and kick this guy. That buffoon. Well, at least we know where he is now. Let's head over to the detention center and see what he knows about the Founder's Orb. So, you really are after my crystal. No, we're looking for the Founder's Orb and we have an agreement to prove it. Well, just so you know, you're not going to lay a finger on it. It's mine. And I intend to give it to my benefactor. You have a benefactor? Your benefactor? You have one? You have one of those? My benefactor is ready to support my rise to the pinnacle of the political world. They have immense influence here, you see, and I intend to harness that influence. So you're just gonna give your family heirloom away to this person? That's right. It's a purely political decision. Who is it, though? And in exchange, your patron will get the people of Khurayan to vote for you? Eminent politicians are skilled at leveraging all of their connections. Isn't it illegal to buy votes? Yes, Apollo. Yes, it is. Well, good luck with that, I guess. You just wait. Politician will reign supreme someday. Okay, bub. See you later. I'm gonna go check on Dad's. Oh. Why'd you gotta... How old is Dad's again? 46. Oh. Damn. Hey. Yipes! What's he doing under the desk? Well, Apollo, there was an earthquake. And, oh wait, wrong person. Foul cogs of the corrupt regime! I've nothing to say to you! It's me, Dirk. Oh. Dirk! You're a sight for sore eyes. I knew you'd come save me. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. Plot twist, Dad's real name is Joe Justice. That'd be crazy. Dads, can you by any chance play guitar? And have you ever hooked up with the magician lady? My bad, my bad. At least the grub here is pretty good compared to that prison back home. You get 3 squares plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me, Dirk? No thanks. They just sent me back to Korayan where I'd face immediate execution. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be such a good idea. I was checking for a second, I can kind of see it. Looks like he's still the same too. Long time no see, Dats. Huh? Hey, you look kind of familiar. Apollo? Is it really you, my boy? A to the J. Oh, A to the J. That's so cute. A to the J, all grown up and whatnot. How have you been? Oh, he's like a fun uncle. Fine. And you, Dads? You look good, besides the incarceration and all. Those horns, AJ! AJ! That's adorable. Apple juice. Horns? I love how animated Dats is. He's funny. They've grown up with you, just like a stag's antlers. I can't take it. You really haven't changed a bit. Anyway, there's something we needed to talk to you about. Imagine if their mother had loads of kids as different men throughout the years with Drusy and Apollo had even worse siblings. She kept having kids and then losing her memory and then having kids and losing her memory. Anyway, there's something we needed to talk to you about. Sure. Pull up a chair. I've got all the time in the world. The Slammer's like my second home. It's really not so bad once you get used to it.
He's rather laid back for someone in police custody.
Gonna be popping in and out. You good, you good. Dads, was what the doctor had really the Founder's Orb? Absolutely, positively. The doc was sure of it. Because my fave is totally about to die, so I need to calm myself down. Go chill, go relax, go chill. Really? Because someone from the village is calling it the Crystal of Ami Faye. He also claims you were filling the doctor's head with lies. That ain't true. The doc said he was sure it was the real deal. All his fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's Orb. So then, politician character was lying? Imagine that. A politician who lies. Damn. So real, Apollo. So real. I bet he wants the orb all to himself.
Oh, I wonder who's telling the truth.
Well, take a look at this. It proves the doc believed he had the Founder's Orb. I put my eggs in the oven? What is wrong with you? What? What? Let me see that. You're an insult to cooking. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons. If I will come to no harm. Signed, Dr. Archie Buff. See? I got it all down in writing. Anyways, fried, poached, boiled, scrambled, how we have our eggs. Me it's scrambled. But Dads, why does it say, if I will come to no harm at the end here? Did you threaten this man?
Sounds like he was scared of you.
Dads, did you threaten the doctor in any way? No, you got it all wrong. It was the doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. It's his fault the doc thought I might hurt him. Sounds like the work of that politician. He's really made a mess of things. Interesting. I'm a fried guy. What have you done now, That's... like, they're easy. Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell you. It all started when this dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny, I started laughing at him. That's when they came after me. But it was hilarious, I tell you. I mean, a human police dog? How funny is that? Right, so what happened after that? They caught me hiding in a doghouse. Dang Pooch ratted me out. I guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades. Sounds like the dog's got the last laugh. Dots, weren't you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And your capture by Lady Kira deemed unlawful? Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway. What are the charges this time? Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. Oof. Oof. Yikes. 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 Oh. And I can't prove otherwise because I lost my passport. Oh, Dad. Oh, Dad.
Is there any way they'd let you go?
Not without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, you gotta find my passport. AJ's such a cute name. That's adorable. Alright, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. Do we have the oh, we do have the to-do list. Now, where might Dad's passport be? Oh, about the orb's whereabouts. Maybe the doc's kid knows something? The doctor has a kid? Yeah, a bit of a shut-in, though. The poor thing's own bedroom has become like a self-imposed prison. A shut-in? Sounds like it'd be a challenge just to get a conversation going. Time for your questioning. Follow me. It must be lunchtime. Today is fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken. You'll get your lunch if you behave yourself. You can't withhold food. Dirk, AJ, I'll see you guys around. Oh, the guard actually disappeared. Whoa. Wow, the guard actually going? That's crazy. Our only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. But luring a shut-in out is not gonna be easy, I know. What do we do, Dirk? Mass transit and electronic communications. This country's infrastructure is really advanced compared to Karayan. Why don't you see the sights once you have the orb? Well, I guess I could use a break. How about you show me around? Oh, I'll probably be busy with work, so, I see. Oh.
What are you talking about, Polly? Your only work right now is cleaning the office.
Damn, Drusy just outed him. The Founder's Orb should be with the doctor right now. What do you say we go take a gander? What if he doesn't have it? What if you came all the way from Karayan for nothing? I'll cross that bridge if and when I come to it. Besides, even if I leave empty-handed, at least I got to see you, son. Dirk? Can you be my dad? Thanks. No, I really mean it. Oh. I hate the feeling of being constantly watched. Indeed. Considering my current situation, the less I'm seen, the better. Well, it's not like there's an international arrest warrant out for you. True, but I seem to have made quite an international splash with that hijacking stunt. I had to sign a ton of autographs and take a load of selfies before I got to your office. Wait, what? Maybe they thought the hijacking was part of some movie's promotion? That's crazy good promo. That's like a crazy good promo stunt. Dirk, why are you holding that mic? I get this strange urge to speak whenever there's a microphone before me. We, the Defiant Dragon, shall... No! Stop! Stop! Oh. Oh, Dirk. Oh, Dirk. May 16th, Crane Village. Doctor's study. Guessing Emma. Oh, it's you again. Yep. Looking for Mr. Wright? He was just here a second ago. He was? Why, how's he here already? He was?
What was Daddy doing here?
Good question.
He said he was looking for something.
He's also looking for the Founder's Orb. Phoenix has learned the power of teleportation. Did he say anything else? Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport. Oh, Athena? Yeah, that was it. Where is she? Did she get arrested? I guess Athena really did get lost.
But what's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? He can't be looking for us since no one told him we'd be here.
Is he also looking for the Founder's Orb? Interesting. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Of course. Thanks, Emma. Oh my god, no. Not Athena. First and foremost, we'd better find Dad's passport. We should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child.
Hey, is it just me, or is there something new in here?
Oh yeah, there's like a drone thing in the bottom left. Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah, we should take a closer look at it too. Let's not forget about Dad's passport. It should be around here somewhere. What do we do, Dirk? I just like the little dialogue with this. I'm like, I don't need to know what to do, but the dialogue's cute. About that politician fellow. He's aiming to be a councilman and beyond, as his famous grandfather once was, right? No doubt someone would vote for him on the merits of his grandfather's achievements. I see a grim future for Crane Village if someone like that is able to climb the ranks. I wouldn't worry about it. Who in their right mind would vote for him with the way he's campaigning? So, the more aggressively he campaigns, the less people will want to vote for him. That makes me want to get out there and help him fail. Oh, Dirk. We turned the doctor's study upside down, but never found the orb. Yeah, I didn't expect this to be so hard.
Well, I think it's fun. It's like a big old treasure hunt.
That orb is the key to Koraiyan's future, you know. If only that was true, Apollo and Dirk. Oh, if only.
Yeah, and our office's future too.
She does realize it's not up for sale, right? Alright, let's look at this drone thing. What is this? A model helicopter?
Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right now. I bet it belongs to the doctor's kid.
We need to ask them about the orb's whereabouts. Yeah, but learning how to shut it isn't going to be easy. Okay. Is it in his suitcase, I'm guessing? That's his suitcase. Maybe his passport's in there?
Ugh, it's no good. It's locked tight.
We should have asked him for the key. What are we gonna do about Datz's passport? It's probably right there inside his suitcase, but we can't get it open.
Why don't I take it over to Dad so he can unlock it? That way you guys can continue looking for the orb.
Good thinking, Tracy.
Okay, here I go. Huh? What the? Urgh. This thing weighs a ton.
Let me try. Jeez, how can a suitcase be so heavy? Is it filled with bricks or something? I can't wait for them to open it and there's just a dead body in it. Knowing Dats, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. Why? It's certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. Here, let me take a crack at that lock. What, are you gonna pick it? Oh, okay, he did. Alright. There you go. That was fast. A lock like that is child's play to me. Yeah, scream that louder, how good you are at picking locks. Especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I've busted out over the years. Yeah, scream that too. You've sure seen a lot of action for an ex-lawyer. Well, I mean, that's not uncommon. Did you see Phoenix Wright when he was an ex-lawyer? He was getting into all kinds of hijinks. And here we go. That's his passport.
I'll take it over to him.
Thanks, Trucy.
No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time, okay? See you later.
Oh, father-son treasure hunting. There she goes. I wish she wouldn't make such a big deal out of our little family situation. Okay, Apollo, okay. She's... Leave her alone. She's got family issues of her own. Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we've had a father-son talk. Oh, son. Oh, I'm gonna love where this is going, I bet. Yeah, well, over a decade. So, Apollo, how have you been? Oh, they mean everything to me. Apollo and Dirk mean everything to me. Apollo! Appreciate your father. Oh, fine. Fine, I guess. Is that so? Fine, you say. Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear. Apollo's literally acting like an angsty teen. Okay. Oh. Oh. So what do we talk about now? Get down! Hit the dirt, son! Huh? What the? What the? What? Oh my! What the hell? Did it shoot him? Did it shoot him? What? Speak to me, son. Say something. What the hell? That's smart. You maggots! What do you think you're doing invading buff airspace? It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yelly-bellied yahoos! Why is the drone talking? Whoa! can talk? What kind of drone is this anyway? Hey! Drone nothing! That's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier! You got that, you lowly grunts? Ow. What the who now? Buff? Sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls. He's controlling this thing? Apollo, let's play along for now. At least until we can get the information we need out of him. Got it. Sergeant Buff? Sergeant Buff, sir! You forgot to say sir! Ain't you never seen a war movie before? Oh, right. Let me try that again. Sergeant Buff, sir! Better. Much better. Now, state your name, unit, and rank, soldier. I'm Apollo Justice. I serve at the Wright Anything Agency. This kid is gonna get investigated so bad. And my rank is, fledgling lawyer? Sir? Affirmative, Private Justice. Private? Listen up, Listen up, diaper baby. Your commanding officer's orders are absolute. Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear? Oh, sir, yes, sir. Good, good. We might make a man out of you yet, Private. Really? You think? Now for you, Cyclops. Oh my god. Huh? Oh, you want my name, unit, and rank too? I'm Dirk Sadmati. I command the rebel group, the Defiant Dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir. Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commander Dirk. Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head? Soldiers should be clean cut. So, sorry, but this is my signature look. Whoa. Fine, fine, I'll get a haircut before we ship out. I'm not going. Listen up, you. It's kill or be killed on that battlefield. No place for leave-in conditioners. All you've got is your life, and you're lucky to have that. He's oddly obsessed with field survival for someone who never goes outdoors. This is going to be harder than I thought, son. Hi, Sergeant Buff. How you doing? Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir? Affirmative. But I can see everything you do from here, so... Soldier, wipe that stupid look off your face. I'm gonna whip you sheltered peaceniks into shape. With what? Your charming personality? Look, it's got a camera and speakers too. And that's not all, Commander. With these arms, I can cook and clean too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, you're on latrine duty. Snap to it, on the double. Okay. Sir, yes, sir. As if I don't see enough of the toilet back at the office. Oh, what the? What an achievement for that. Helicopter drone operated by the doctor's kid equipped with a camera and a microphone. I thought we were gonna add the broom. The way that he got handed the broom, I thought that was being added to the evidence for a minute. I'm like, what are we gonna use this broom for? That thing's pretty handy. Us Defiant Dragons could use one of those. Yes, it is a fine piece of hardware, isn't it? I modified it especially for siege defense. Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room? Ah! Holding up in a stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. A timeless strategy was still applicable in modern warfare. I hope you're not trying to mock the wisdom of my forefathers. I meant no offense. It was just an observation. So, the greenhorn who ain't even discharged the firearms got something to say, does he? Sorry. Won't happen again, sir. Darn to it. Now state your intention, soldier.
Looking for the orb.
We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founder's Orb to us. What? Papa promised you that? Sergeant Buff, age question mark. The doctor's child, a self-styled soldier who opens fires on anyone who doesn't address him as sergeant. He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is. Oh. Papa, why? Oh. Why'd you have to die? Oh. It was an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry for your loss. If it helps at all, I know how you feel, Sergeant. What did I do now? Sergeant, my dad's dead too. You insignificant maggot. What would an unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel? Literally, his dad's dead too. First I lost Mama, and now I've lost Papa. Oh. Me too. Samesies. Hashtag twinning. You lost your mother too? Oh. She's been gone for some time now. I'm all alone now. All alone. Sergeant Buff, would you tell us a little more about what happened to your mother? Mama passed away about 6 months ago. Oh my god! Phoenix has another orphan to adopt. Oh my god! 6 months ago, his mom dies, and then his dad dies 6 months later? That is tragic, this poor kid. We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy. In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world. Oh. It was arson. Oh my god. Sarge is Apollo and Jersey's brother. It happened so suddenly, and before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mama and I were trapped inside. But help never came. So Mama cradled me in her arms. Oh. Kicked out a window. And jumped! Oh. So this is a little kid. This is actually really tragic. Who's taking care of you? She did what? She was like a walking, talking medal of valor. My mama was. She delivered me safely to terra firma with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground. She sounds like a superhero or something. But from that height, she suffered massive injuries in order to protect me. She died so that I could live! Ah! Mama! Oh. I don't know what to say. Stop trauma dumping on me. And the person who started the fire? He was immediately apprehended. They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned. Oh. At least justice was served. I hope that brought you some solace. Solace. I've lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel.
I do, Your Honor.
Mama, Papa. Poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age. You must really feel alone now. Apollo, I imagine you know what he's going through. I do? Really? Really? Apollo forgot he was also an orphan for a minute. Apollo's like, oh yeah, I forgot my dad's dead and my mom abandoned me. Oh yeah. The road to recovery begins by talking to someone who suffered the same hardship. I know you have something that shows you understand. Okay, wanna see my dad? Wanna see my dead dad? Here's a photo of my dead dad. Sergeant, sir? Would you please take a look at this? What do we have here? It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. In a fire. What? And like your mother, he died in an arsonist's blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infant son. Oh. Oh. Private Justice, you've suffered a loss just like mine. I have. That's why I know how you feel. But you still have your mother, don't you? Ooh. Ooh. About that. Ooh. No, I lost her too. What? She disappeared after the fire. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. She's alive. Oh, Apollo. She's alive. She just doesn't care enough to tell you that she's alive. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like. Oh. Wow. Sergeant Buff, his experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him. Swear to God, she lost her memory because of the fire. No, she didn't. I think it was stated she wasn't there. She was, I'm pretty sure it said, in the first game, we have a name for Apollo's dad, and Jove. Jove took Apollo on a trip with him for some reason. Because you know how you take your infant child on a trip overseas to a different country. For business. And, I know that they went there and he died there. And she thought Apollo died too. I guess my kid died. I guess I won't look into it. And no one thought to contact or reach her or anything. And then she started a new family with Zach, Grandmarie. And then had Trucy. And then that's when she got shot with the pistols, and that's how she lost her memory. Was the dual pistol thing. Everyone there thought she died, but she just went to a different country and had no memory. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him. Oh. Attention! I know she lost her memory because I was gonna think it true. I salute you, Comrade Justice. You are no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be a corporal. Corporal? Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice. I'm just glad that seemed to cheer him up a bit. Now, comrade, let's toast to your new stripes. And call me Sarge. Don't be shy. We're a band of brothers now. Oh. Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founder's Orb. Dirk's getting way too much of a kick out of this. Oops. No. Yes, we've done this. I didn't mean to click it. Oh my god. Yes, I know. I clicked the wrong one. Sarge, sir, do you have any idea where the orb might be? It was here in Papa's study until last night, but he said he was going to go hide it somewhere. He mentioned something about a shady character being after it. Where do you think he could have hidden it? Somewhere in the village, I'd guess. He said he'd found a suitable hiding place for it. So it was here last night? That is until he went out to hide it somewhere in the village? The only question is where? Maybe he left some clue here in his study. Let's search the place again. We should also find out more about Dr. Buff. He might steer us toward the hiding place. So, Sarge, what was your father like? Papa was as kind as Mama was courageous. His whole reason for moving to the countryside was for me. What do you mean? I initiated my siege defense strategy after Mama died. Papa was so worried about me, he moved us here to the countryside. He thought the fresh air, blue skies, and natural surroundings might alter my tactics. What a fine father. He even quit his position at the university to move here. He did? He did. He gave up his beloved research position just for me. A parent must be prepared to sacrifice everything for his child. That's what Papa said. Well, I'm feeling about 2 inches tall right about now. There's no one in the world I respected more than him. But that just makes his passing all the more devastating. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels. Oh, my babe just died. I'm crying. What is that? It's a drone, Matt. It's a drone of a little child's controlling. It's Dr. Buff's child controlling a drone. It's the dog. He's an orphan too when we just bonded over being an orphans. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels. Alright, let's look around. Sarge, sir, do you ever read these books? Why, of course. Soldiers must have extensive knowledge as well as fighting prowess. I'm learning all I can each and every day in preparation for the big battle. The big battle? You know, for when I go back to school, I'll need to be up to date on every subject. Stuff like, you know, the latest comics and Hollywood gossip. This is the thing that did the Doctor Who reference in the background. It does have the same face. Oh, I see. About reading, writing, and arithmetic. Well, I'm rooting for you, Sarge. Thanks, I'll try my best. This thing?
Exterminate, exterminate, destroy all humans.
What is this thing's problem? It's an oop art. Oop art. An out-of-place artifact. Papa won it in an online auction. An online auction? Yes, he said it's an alien weapon that destroyed an entire ancient civilization. Damn. Where do I even start with an explanation like that? Alien weapon. Are these the doctors? Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. He said he's been having trouble reading lately. It's like I'm correct objectively. But those glasses seem to help. Reading glasses, eh? I'll just hold on to these. Dirk, don't tell me you're having trouble reading too. Perish the thought! I just don't want to leave any stone unturned. The doctor's poor eyesight meant he couldn't read anything without these. They were found on his desk. Okay. Oh, we just took them. That's funny. Now he just got the pyramid. It's the Millennium Puzzle. This computer could provide some useful information. Let's go. Drat. It's password protected. Dirk, you're good at getting into places you're not supposed to. Don't look at me. I don't know the first thing about computers. Leave it to me. A modern-day warrior must be well-versed in technology and have mean pride. After all, he who controls information controls the battlefield. Oh, is that his dead wife on the background? And I'm in. Looks like modern-day warriors have mean keyboard skills too. Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, what's this? An email message. Now, this is interesting. To Paw711 at nmail from doc_buff. Subject research report. I deciphered the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Dr. Buff, how is your research coming along? Interesting. It's a research report. Whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. Here, I put the data on this.
It's a flash drive.
Take it and use it well, soldier. Data obtained from the doctor's computer includes a report on his research into the Founder's Orb. It's a raincoat. It's a bit wet and there's fresh mud on it. That must mean someone wore it recently. Indeed. Maybe even as recent as last night. Sarge, did it rain here last night? Negative. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. How did this raincoat get all muddy and wet? When I saw it last evening, it looked pretty clean and dry to me. That means it got like this later at night. Good eye, son. This may very well turn out to be a vital clue. Seems the doctor wore this last night, bears a distinctive yellow and green two-tone design. It's a shoe cubby. These shoes look like they belong to Sarge and his dad. These boots here are a little damp. And it looks like there's something inside this one. I just realized why this last episode was so short, because this episode's gonna be long. Very long. Yeah. It usually is when they have the 5-episode game. The 4th episode's usually a short one until, you know, usually it's to give context, but I think it was just more filler on this one. To give Athena her own case. Maybe Dr. Buff wore them last night? Usually the 5th episode's also always very long. They might lead us to where he hid the orb. Let's take a closer look. Ooh. There's a question mark on the bottom of this boot. Papa had these custom made for his archaeological fieldwork. He had the soul of an adventurer. This boot had the soul of an adventurer too. We might get a better look inside if we undid these straps. Nice. Oh. Looks like some kind of glowing moss? It could have come from wherever the doctor went last night. Must have gotten in with some of that mud. It might be worth looking into. If it'll help us pinpoint where the doctor hid the orb. Stuck to the insole of the doctor's boot, it probably got there when he went to hide the Founder's Orb. Okay, let's go over what we've learned so far. Wherever it was that Dr. Buff went, he needed a raincoat. And it was somewhere where this glowing moss grows. Any ideas where that might be, Sarge? Negative, comrade. I hate to say my intel's a little thin on this one. I've been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to this village. Well, son, it seems we have no other choice. We'll have to ask the locals if they know of a place like that. Ugh. Feels like somebody's watching me and it's really creeping me out. Oh my god, look at those posters. He's desecrating Karain. Oh, it's just politicians' campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever. I've got more important things to be paying attention to. What great weather! It really lifts the spirits. I know. After our little treasure hunt. What do you say we go hunting, son? Aww. Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we? Just look at that mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there. I think I'll pass, but thanks. Oh, so hunting's a no-go. Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Apollo? Something seems different from the last time we were here. You think? You think, Dirk? You mean the posters? No, not those. What is he talking about? I started to take a look around myself. There's a big boulder towering into the sky over there. According to the sign, it's called the Karain Boulder. It also says that a spirit dwells within it. A rock with a spirit in it? It's called animism, the belief that spirits dwell within inanimate objects. They've probably enshrined this boulder as a sacred object. Their tradition of worshipping such objects is similar to our traditions in Kurayan. Interesting. Who knew Dirk could make sense every once in a while? A phone booth and a bus stop made of wood? They both look really old. You hardly ever see phone booths in a city anymore. Apollo, what's this glass box? Apollo, what's this glass box for? I guess you hardly see them in Kurayan, too. When did politician have a chance to put up all these election posters? That fool keeps sticking them on our houses. He's a disgrace to his distinguished heritage. He's doing this without permission? Seeing those mountains really takes me back. I remember when we used to live high in the mountains to escape from the government. Okay. So, you don't live there anymore? Nope, I needed a more convenient place to lead the revolution from. But that old mountain hut is still there. Man, I miss that hut. What, are you getting homesick, Apollo? You can come on back to Kurayan anytime, you know. No, I'm fine. Besides, I've got a lot on my plate here. A thatched roof. First time I've ever seen one in real life. It looks just like the traditional thatched roofs they use in Japan. All we need now are some samurai with top knots, a few ninjas, and a cuddly mascot. When was the last time you were in Japan? What do we have here? Oh. Oh, wow. It looks like an unfinished picture. Like something a little kid might paint. You're right. But I can't quite tell what it's of. I can't wait for us to see the artist and they're a full-grown adult. This is America. He was saying it was thatched roofs like Japan. God, get it right. I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's that thing on the left? A monster or some kind of alien, perhaps? In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing. Damn, Dirk. Well, what do you expect from a little kid? I knew it as an adult. I don't know. Little kid? Pearl!
Little kid?
It's Pearly! She's all grown up! Huh? Oh, it's you, Pearl.
Why, Mr. Apollo? Is that you? What a pleasant surprise.
This is Pearl Faye.
It's been quite some time. How have you been?
Fine, thanks. You're looking good too, Pearl. Aren't you going to introduce me, son? Of course. This is Pearl Faye. She's a spirit medium here in Crane Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my, Damn! Apollo! Come on! Pearl, this is Dirk, my, client.
Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you.
One sec. Oh, Pearl! I was wondering if she was gonna come back now that we're in Karain. Oh, my Pearl, my Pearl, my Pearl.
If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Nice to meet you too. And what a polite little girl you are. Oh,
Actually, I'm a high schooler.
isn't she 18 now? Whoops! Sorry about that. She's literally an adult now. So, you're a spirit medium? Does that mean you could channel spirits then?
Yes, I'm still in training though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling.
She's done it a lot. Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive, young lady. Oh.
Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there's so much more I must learn.
Mystic Maya? Alright, Maya Faye, Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant.
Actually, Apollo, I was also Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant, okay? We were both his courtroom assistants. And he mostly used us just to talk to his old boss, okay?
He told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves.
Yes, she's an amazing medium. And soon she'll be the next head of the Fae clan, too.
Mediums and spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. Yes, they do. I wonder if even little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one. Oh, Apollo. Oh, Apollo. She would. 100%. Dirk is like, Apollo, we need to take her back with us.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way out here, Mr. Apollo?
Oh, just this small matter to take care of.
Wait, would it happen to be the...
Edgeworth mention?
Would it happen to be the matter Mr. Edgeworth is looking into?
Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here? Let's go, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something.
Oh, We're gonna get... Ah! It's him! Mr. Edgeworth... Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's and the district's chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Karain? Well, no point obsessing over it. Come to think of it, you live here in Karain Village, don't you, Pearl?
Yes, I was born and raised here.
This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night. I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe I should show her what we found in the doctor's study.
Oh, Pearl. I miss Pearl. I love Pearl. She's so lovely. She's so lovely. She's so lovely. Well, well, well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to send you all over to Angie VA's. Go send some love over to them. We did, how long did we stream?
An hour and 11 minutes. That's not bad. That's not bad.
We're slowly getting back into the swing of things. Slowly but surely. Thank you guys for joining me.
I'm gonna go relax